10 weeks. It has been 10 weeks since I got my very first allotment plot here in the UK. And after being on 4 waiting lists for 4 years, I definitely didn't want to waste any time getting veg in the ground. So let me show you what's growing on my allotment plot. Potatoes went in 3 weeks ago and are already showing. I found the notes I'd taken of the varieties, thank God. These are baked potatoes, which are your main crop, and they take 18 to 22 weeks. Green peas in the centre, and then the other potatoes are rockets. These are first earlies, meaning they will take 10 to 12 weeks, similar to your shallots and your salad potatoes. The space that Babsy cleared has made way for the raspberries, some of which haven't taken very well. I chose this first raised bed for tomatoes and cucumbers as it has uninterrupted sunlight all day in this corner. I have 5 traditional varieties of tomatoes, such as Golden Delight and Beefsteak, with 2 varieties of F1 cucumbers. These 2 cucumber plants are actually too young to be growing fruit already, so I need to take off the fruit and prune the plant back. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's going in this half of the utility bed. But down the centre, I have 5 złota fasola, which are gold yellow beans, next to gifted strawberries, so I don't know the variety, and climbing green beans for the archway. The shared companion bed. Leafy spinach at the front, which has had all right germination, next to the sporadically germinated, directly sown carrots called Extremo, growing with the peas that were sowed 8 weeks ago, 100 of them, and then store-bought broad beans at the back, which have flowering buds, which means the pods will be on their way. This bed, look closely. Here are my parsnips sowed 8 weeks ago, my favourite winter veg. Can you see them? Can you see them? No? Neither can I, because there's not a single germinated parsnip seed. And Polski ogórki at the back, which will trail over into the path. The very end bed is the brassica bed, which is 10 weeks old, all planted on the very first day I got the allotment. They are growing really well, but I'll probably have to build a bigger frame to protect them against white butterfly. Can't risk the eggs being laid. Turning round, going back down the path, I've got the rhubarb on the right. I'm really happy that I had an established rhubarb on this plot and a perennial that just keeps giving. And the 2 crowns are looking really healthy, and I'll be harvesting soon. The strawberry bed looks really healthy, and I've got flowers and fruit showing. This old netting is doing the job, even if it is ripped. And I'm happy to share my strawberries with people, but definitely not the birdies. These may look like spring onions, but in 2 months' time, they will be big fat onions. The companion bed. Green beans at the front going over the arch. Broccoli has showed phenomenal growth in just 8 weeks since planting. And the beetroot direct sown in and around have their true leaves. Maybe I should have given a little bit more space, but that'll be a lesson for next year. My Roma tomatoes sowed 11 weeks ago and planted 2 weeks ago, and then a strip of lettuces down the side. The final bed, but the very first bed that I sowed, carrots, Autumn King and Nance, 10 weeks old. They have grown straight up and hopefully they're growing straight down. I haven't thinned them out yet, and they are interplanted with an edge of spring onions to keep the pests away. And that's all for today's tour. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!